I think they're predicting some aggression. They would be somewhat correct. Gravity down below with these Julies is in this advanced position, looking to take some early fights. Going to wait for them to come to him, and he might just be rewarded here. Super crisp. Looking for a little bit more, but not getting greedy. This is a really nice move from him, I think.
Yeah, and he doesn't need to move. They have to hard clear him, and it's such a difficult spot to clear. To 2 for him. Flashbang comes over as Mac is playing backside up towards the box. Gravity can start to make a move as they scale, but Mac is probably going to get one, and he does. He drops the bomb, and it's going to make life very difficult, especially now that ultimate also drops. All on the shoulders of the young ITL, and Shuhei should be dead to rights. He is. Gravity closes it with a sumptuous round. 3 kills to his name, and that's the way that 3D Max wanted to start into their opponent's map pick.
Stop fighting for skins in the game. Visit Hellcase.
Glocks in the long house, looking to burst out and maybe just find the 1 kill. After some damage, they have been spotted here. Oh. Crisp from Exorcist, and yeah, he's feeling it a little bit. Flash comes in for another one. And a bit more. Scout now getting involved. M4 now getting involved. Oh. That's a collapse. And a long-range USP to hammer it home. Maka making himself known here. So towards B, perhaps, as he gathers information. You can see there's a pull away that isn't necessarily needed from 3D Max. The B-bomb site itself is going to be pretty weakly defended. Send a player in, get him dropped, see what he can get away with. Oh. And they are indeed moving quickly towards B here. It's been predicted. The setup is solid from 3D Max. Gravity going to need another to make us happy. 2 will do. And Naf was meant to be the man to clear the site. There's nobody home. 3D Max read them like a book, and it's worked out brilliantly. Naf going to try and give us something. It's not going to happen, though. 10 HP. Down he goes. And Gravity, the man of the hour.
Yeah, quad kill coming through.
So this is a tournament that coming into it, we felt they were probably the favorite. Not a clear favorite. Yeah. But certainly the favorite.
Naf going to find the opener. Maka overextends through Oppa, and that'll be at the cost of his life. And unfortunately, not a lot of information gained behind it. Lucky by name and nature as he catches the head of Elise just creeping out in towards the A side. They were trying to scale up there. Naf hits another shot, and now he's got the B side to himself, and you can already see it's a foot race back to join him. And it's one in which, at this point, 3D Max lose. And getting across these double doors is a treacherous state. They might actually angle for a save here.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Naf has been given free reign over on this B side of things quite a bit. Didn't work for them the last time they approached it. Seems they go for a very, very similar round to the opening rifle that did not work for them at all, as Liquid not necessarily going to be able to work off it. Not much that Maka can do about that smoke. However, the push out towards Longhouse is successful.
It's a bold call.
Dip back. It's a big call.
The numbers favoring 3D Max here, if they just play a bit more of a default, they should be absolutely fine. I mean, Shuhei dead right here. Absolutely. The shadow betrays him, and ultimate. He could be joining him very soon in the casket if he can't hit this quick shot. Exorcist is still toying with it. The spam's there, but ultimate doesn't bite. Doesn't nibble on the line, and at least gets one back, but it's still a 2 versus 4, and what feels like at this point, with less than 40 seconds on the clock, a next to impossible round. 3D Max would have to massively overextend for this one to slip away.
Maka's off angle. Oh, I was going to say, is he going to break that boundary and move forwards? The answer is yes. Tip of the head. Crazy how that's not a wallbang. Definitely looked like it should have been. Naf finds himself alone. Got a few options here, you know. They are very, very split. Oh, one more clean fight and maybe you start to believe in him, but not going to happen. 3D Max.
Just to remind you again, Dust 2 is Liquid's pick.
A bit faster. Forward. Yeah, they are indeed. Yeah, feeling it this time around. Moving through the molly, catching a player with nade in hand. So a bit more to this round. Some get up and go. Definitely what they've talked about in that timeout. There's long presence from 3D Max. That's about all they've got to keep us hooked in this round. I feel like with this bomb going down, unless something happens from Exorcist, who has the read. Oh, can't find the kill. I don't know, man. I feel like you maybe move to save. They've got a lot of money, but just doesn't feel likely. However, this is 3D Max. They do not listen to conventions. They will indeed move in. Lucky just blindly spraying inside the smoke. just not happening, is it? I could have seen that from a million miles away, the way the setup looked, the way that the retake was shaping up. And Team Liquid with a pace change finds success.
And he gets a really important kill on the site itself, but the fact that he can't find nerds, that basically means statistically you've got next to no chance of getting back in. All right, the tempo shift's coming through from Liquid here, but they're trying to fight back, and Gravity and XSC are combining so damn well. Gravity, the B anchor for the majority of this start, changes up off the back of his spawn, plays out towards long, and in a matter of mere moments, Liquid are left down to 1, all on the shoulders of Elige, and he gets clipped by Body. What a response. Liquid step up the tempo, so 3D Max say, we'll take a leaf out of your book.
Chaotic setup here. It has certainly crept in for 3D Max, thanks to the previous round. But it would seem Liquid just grabbing a pause at the moment.
Yeah, this round right here is on a bit of a knife's edge. This first kill could be everything, and, well, it's going to go the way of Maka. Shuhei running through the flames on the molly as Maka makes it 2, looking for the 3rd, and he gets attacked through the door. Ultimate left reeling. 2 points of HP as he opts for the AK. The spam could get it, but it's Body who delivers. Liquid, there was so much all on that mid-fight. It all was on the shoulders of that first engagement, and it falls flat, and now they're left down to 2. Make that 1 as Naf is dropped again by Body. Oh, Liquid, it was so close yet so far, and now it feels like a next to impossible situation as Nerd scoops up the AWP and loses his head. That is a damning way to lose the round.
Yes, 100%. He will respond in kind. Looks to be a B move here. Oh, a missed shot. A big missed shot, actually. They will burst out towards B. Gravity goes a little early. The impatience gets the better of him. They're going to move through CT here. Not checking cleanly. Shuhei delivers. And Maka is alone. This will most certainly be a save. It looked like a dangerous move, didn't it? But the one missed AWP shot just makes all of the difference. Some impatience. If Gravity had held his trigger, he could have got multiple, but not the case.
Making it expensive.
Hold on. So it's not even halfway gone yet. He's
true.
going to go for this. I mean, they have plenty of cash available. Molotov, unfortunately, in the wrong spot, so not much that happens in the end, but some decent damage. I don't think it's going to matter too much. We've only got 1 round left of the half.
In towards mid, their lives. So I can sort of understand why they played the discipline there. It's just an in hindsight thing he should have. Yeah, like you said, that missed AWP shot, just like that missed AWP shot, really could make a difference. Shuhei, last couple of rounds, has found his form a little bit. The 2 kills in towards mid, and that one there have given Liquid a lot of space to work with now. Yes, he's responded in kind of a nade that leaves him reeling, but that's good information gained here.
A little bit of a skateboard move, to be fair. Looks really nice. As it happens, Elige going to be gifted 1 as well. That's with the recovered AWP, mind you. So, dominoes falling here. Shuhei with another. The crispness continues. Liquid have a fire lit beneath them. I think when you see the 8 rounds, you're like, damn, okay, we're going to need a couple more, otherwise this game is over. Lucky.
He's spotted, I think.
Yeah, he's not considering it. Oh, neither of them are. They get the 2 for 1. Nerds will finish it. And the 8-4 turn of the half.
We said they needed it. They get it. And now this game still stays. Good setup so far. Oh, what a shot from Nerds. Needed that. It's a good start. And he gets one of his own as well. And he gets one and he gets out. They just don't expect the audacity of those fights, 3D Max, and they're just caught short-handed. The back plat player is going to be really important to shutting them down, and Naf will get 1. So all on the shoulders now of Gravity and Body in a 2 versus 4.
Keep them at bay. There's really not a lot of time for 3D Max to get anything done here. Flasher's going to come in, give it another peek. But again, just not feeling all that good. 20 seconds to make it all the way up long, get through 3 players, get the bomb down. It's a tough ask, I think it's safe to say. There's now a smoke in the way as well. Not happening. Body's 11 HP. Okay, some kills maybe. Couple would be nice. If he can get them, not going to be the case. And Liquid open the door to the comeback now.
Yeah, they needed that, and it's a really, really good pistol round in the end. It's just 2... Liquid seems to have read this really well.
Yeah, strong setup. 3D Max, though. Listen, they can break them apart at the best of times. Nice find onto that main prong of the attack, and now Ultimate smells this rat moving around for a bit more. And they're not going to expect nerds here, surely not, right? As there was heavy mid presence there. No, they will check their angles. The FAMAS comes in, traded quickly, and somehow we're in a 2-on-2. How did we ever get here? It felt like Liquid had the upper hand the whole way through this, but a full retake going to be required. They are pretty far away. They're going to lack the information. The one thing they do have now is that HP to try and get this done.
That 180 by Gravity on the second kill, that actually could single-handedly win them the round. He picks up the util, but doesn't make noise on scooping up the AK. Time is ticking. Shuhei, what a shot. All on the shoulders of Maka. He's won rounds them time and time again, but this won't be one of them. Elige spots him from bricks. He maybe had 2 play time, but it wasn't enough. Liquid, what a round 2 take as well. What a recovery. One less thing to invest into, I guess, but this game's tied. Liquid are looking a lot better now, a lot more in this game. Elige spotted 1. Smart call not to fight, and as he re-aggressed in towards lower, with the support of Shuhei, they find the opening double again. Another round in which they do so, and Lucky, good for 1, but only leaves it all on the shoulders of the AWPer. Maka has to pull off now a 1v4 clutch, and there's the first.
Where have 3D Max gone?
I don't think he can recover the bomb. I don't think there's any real feasible world. He understands this. Hold this position for the next 3 seconds, and it's a kill. No, he's and and doubting himself. And that'll be at the cost of the AWP. What is the coach, gonna do to, I guess, bring things back in their play? I mean, it's been a while since we've seen 3D Max look good. Nothing in this second half thus far, and it might continue all the same. Nerds, he's got the right idea. Lucky's lurking in that smoke. And a flash over by Elige, and Shuhei into the fray as he finds 1 before falling. But that's enough. That's all he needed. Exorcise. He'll catch Elige on the smoke break, and a molly down to stop the boxer's jump. So they've got the sight. It's a loose term, as they're close enough to make life really difficult. A stick on towards the plant, but Maka, he is so low. It feels like this round bangs on the shoulders of Exorcise, and they're fighting towards long. The timing eludes him, but the flash is a warning sign of where they're coming from. 1 for 1. Maka posted with the AWP against Ultimate. Both are low. It's who can hit that shot. Ultimate, right idea, but he can't hit it. A second time of asking, he does. A flick up and a find by Ultimate. What a round. Roland from Poland clutches it out for Liquid as they find double digits. Got to be said as well, his recovery, he came in towards his half 3 and 8. He's 11 and 9 now, right? That is such a good recovery from Ultimate. Look, a lot better, but Shuhei loses his head so quickly. So they're getting in towards long, and they're stepping up the tempo a little bit, but there's not many chances left for 3D Max.
Slightly weaker defended at the moment, but still shaping up to be a pretty good hit. Flash up middle, just having a little look, not much on the end of it. Naf gets somewhat caught, does well to even get 1, honestly. They have slipped a player through. Maybe it has been seen. Seems to be eyes on lower quite quickly. Yeah, care lower certainly called, and it works out nicely. 3D Max back with a vengeance, and they close that gap themselves. Liquid not quite out of the woods just yet.
Yeah, exactly. A really important thing is they're just winning every opening duel, more or less. That's the first time in a long time that they lose it because Shuhei falls towards long.
It's true, but you see what happens if 3D Max can create it, then suddenly the round really swings in their favor. Ultimate doing well, as he remains strong, moving up quickly as well for a positional change. So 3D Max, they try something similar to the previous round. Small change in the fact that they send pretty much the entire team. But maybe an overstep from Body, trying to find that entry. Nobody around to cleanly trade him. Cross smoke coming in here. Break of said smoke. 3D Max not dedicating just yet. They've got a player at middle. Are they relying on him to do something? It would seem they just take a moment before moving into the site itself. Feels weirdly calm here, considering how important this round is. Ultimate hanging around the smoke. Oh, surely gets caught. It's a tag from him, meanwhile. Shuhei also goes down. Now Lucky activates.
No, it's
They're so ready. They're so ready. Surely, Lucky's indeed lucky to get away with that kill. It looks good from here, though. Elige finds his frag. Gravity, the only one left. The bomb Hasn't even been planted. I think they maybe think that he's gone for some kind of a bail. They give him so much space to get away with that plant, to be honest with you. So now he has the run of the mill. A lot of options available in terms of how he could play this one out. And he will creep in. He will clear short. And this is the one angle where there's nobody home. So if he keeps going here, could find out that info, could really confuse them, but he's not fast enough. And they catch him in the side. Team Liquid moving up to 11 and a great response.
2 rounds ahead of 3D Max, 2 rounds away from taking their map pick. And off the back of a lackluster start, that would be incredibly commendable by Liquid.
Oh, great spot here for Shuhei. They were expecting him, but he's still quicker to the draw. Should be able to get this one as well. He doesn't know how low this player is. That flash nearly shafts him. But he will get away with it. 12 on the horizon. I mean, as simple as that for Liquid.
I don't see how you win this round against 3D Max. You are a complete known quantity, and you've lost a large part of the map. Nerds has Maka dead to rights. He can't transfer on towards XSC, but it doesn't matter. The round's done. Body's left of it all to do in a 1 versus 4. And he should have absolutely no look in towards this one. And Aliege makes sure of it. Liquid find 12, map point on their map pick. It all has to be credit to Liquid. They look revitalized. They've really found their identity once again. And unfortunately, the buy is not exactly spectacular for 3D Max. Double AK, Galil, and a Mach 10, which has already hit the deck.
Fall from Grace might be putting it lightly, to be honest, if Liquid can finish it here and now as well. 3D Max go out with a whimper, but Body has got other ideas. They just about make it across, and Body relentless, as he is known to do in this new look 3D Max. So an advantage given across. And now we'll see what you're really made of, Liquid. Can they hold it together? Or is this the beginning of something a little wild? Body getting away with madness, to be completely frank. It is Aliege that remains. And you know, the rounds have been close, so the money is important. He will save. And 3D Max not done just yet. There's no money for Liquid.
Oh. I mean, it's fine, but it just misses.
I mentioned it earlier, you know, we didn't really see it all that early. It seems like
he's throwing it too high.
Still working on it. We have seen a couple players miss that one.
Yeah, it is kind of, it's pixel perfect is one of those.
Oh, slow reaction from Aliege, you know. He will go down. Ultimate's there to trade him at the very least, but T-side are going to like that depiction of the 1-for-1.
We're creeping towards that 30-second mark, and 3D Max have not done anything yet, so it's a full freeze, and there isn't too much of a reaction from Liquid. Oh, they hear this.
Shuhei has to find these. Thankfully, Maka did get one, so the numbers stay even, but they're going to go wildly aggressive to try and trade Shuhei. I mean, that is crazy. The bomb as well now is isolated and super low. Exorcist remains the only one. He's somehow in behind, and Shuhei closes it out with a 4K. Incredibly impactful rounds. Huge stuff, as Team Liquid will take Dust 2 against all of the odds.
What's new here today? The Slack, trash, yeah, like always. What? Holy shit! Whoa! What? Where am I?
Do you want to try?
Yes, I do.
Don't think. Come on.
Stop fighting for skins in the game. Visit Hellcase.
Just shaping up in the lobby. Looking for a later burst, perhaps, 3D Max. They're just going to go barreling in. Not so sure how I feel about this. They've not really given enough away to make Team Liquid uncomfortable, but the Glocks closed the gap. For a second, I started to believe. However, Nerds comes in and destroys them with those Julies.
10 out of 10.
And you can see it's a weird sort of economic situation. You want to be nitpicky? I think Shuhei should have perhaps had an M4 dropped.
Sure.
But maybe he didn't ask. Some players are a little quiet about that kind of thing. Either way, we've got to pick up in pace here from the CT side in particular, trying to get their noses out of joint here. Aliege creeping round. He's lost a teammate for this, but it does work out. Trade is there. However, 3D Max feel like a 4v4 could favor them.
It's a really good information play as well. He spots nobody else outside. He knows they've got to be trying to work the indoor position, hence why Shuhei rotates over here. He's going to fight through the flames. He is. Wrong call, because he'll go down to the molly. One tag keeps him slowed and keeps him in the flames. It's an unfortunate move from Shuhei. I think the second the molly comes out, you've got to fall away there because they're now just waltzing towards this B site. I don't even know how, from this spot, if you're Liquid, how you retake this. You might even, if you don't get an early kill as the plant's coming down, you might even angle for the save.
Naf creeping up. Maka, meanwhile, big spot here from him. The off angle works for one, not quite the second, but you know, you continue to thin the numbers, do the damage. Nertz is off. Naf's kind of a bit deep here, so I don't know that he could necessarily risk the save, quote unquote. And you never know. The window's open.
Exit kills, right, are still really important. Gravity checks it. Fair play.
They must have heard him earlier on in the round.
Yeah.
Somewhere nearby.
He takes that molly that was on stairs, right? He ran in front. There was two down. He ran in front of one. It's the one thing that 3D Max haven't gone for yet, that T-Sat orb. So he has the advantage at range.
Oh, Nerds going wild here. Will be punished. There's nobody around to trade. Maybe a bit quicker on the lobby crunch than his teammates were expecting. Elige only one outside. Obviously not going to be enough. Shuhei goes down. Wow, 3D Max just found the energy once again, found the successful approach. Lucky is holding for this. Doesn't get a kill, but he sees him.
Yeah.
They absolutely know about him. He catches another. It's just all over. It's all over. It's just far too easy. That's like a 30-second round. 3D Max only lose one player. And then go into these really crisp late round executes that they are so fond of. Okay, ultimate, advanced position. He finds an easy kill. So Liquid, for the first time in a while, have got themselves a comfortable opener.
He'd been waiting for that for a while as well. He was in hot early in the round, but he never actually made the push, which at the time was definitely the smart call. That re-aggression, perfectly timed. 45 seconds to work with here. Ultimate, right idea. Oh, I'm spotted, and that's enough for a kill as Lucky will hit the deck. They're starting to crumple here to the big green as Ultimate is making that orb sing so damn loud. He looks for more, and all 5 was on the card, but it's shut down by Maka, but it still shouldn't make too much of a difference. Ultimate has taken this round by the reins and shut down any narrative about 3D Max making it a 6. There is no chance for Maka in this one. 15 seconds, he's tagged as well in a known quantity. And they crunch on his position. Well done by Ultimate. What a round by him.
Absolutely what they needed, right? Just when you are on the cusp of the dominant half, you need that individual to step up. As I mentioned on Dust 2, a player who is under a lot of pressure within this team, a lot of scrutiny for quite a while. Cropped up out of nowhere, it felt like. Players, but here in this series, he is stepping up to the plate when he's asked.
Speaking of, he's doing it again. This time he gets punished. They wait for it. Exorcist, he'll quickly and swiftly follow Ultimate in towards the grave on the trade, but still, they're now working their way in towards the A site. It all comes down to whether Shuhei can get a quick kill to allow Nerds up a vent. Oh.
Well, they grab a pause, and it does confuse Liquid. Pretty massively, actually. Body has thread the needle here. There was a Molotov tick. Oh, that makes all the difference. Shuhei was still around, and I think he now smells a rat over here. What is going on? What a weird game state this is. Gravity makes his way in. Oh, Shuhei has a decision to make. Doesn't quite want to send it just yet. They'll take their eyes off him, and he gets the low HP player. He might have hit a step below him as well. So all of a sudden, back into the round. Low HP bars for 3D Max really make this difficult. In comes the flash. Out goes Shuhei. Body is blind, and he is finished off. The trade is instantaneous. An AWP shot misses, however, and they will continue to close the gap. But Lucky keeps his cool, finds the important headshot, and 3D Max in one of the strangest rounds we've seen on Nuke thus far.
Flying home with a bit of silverware.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, and I think third place deciders are a necessity in the current circuit. But It doesn't quite have the same feel to it. Doesn't quite have the same ring as a grand final opportunity. Naf traded instantly. Big damage done, however. The AWP looking good. The flames sometimes can be difficult to deal with while scoped in, but he looks solid. Elige finding his, and 3D Max with one of their famous what the hell happened rounds as they all fall apart. Shots are missed all over the shop. My goodness, Team Liquid winning a lot of 1v1s in that, so...
Where is this guy? He just overlooks the last possible angle that Elige can play from. So it's a nice little variation, nice little change up. And yeah, 3D Max caught napping the same way in which Naf pushes ramp. They haven't done it for a while. The last time they did, they got massacred for it. This time, Naf finds the one perfect timing. And Body, by name and nature, his hits the deck. So down to 2. 3D Max of going out in this half of a bit of a whimper.
Hey. Rinse and repeat. It's what happened on Dust 2. So keep your eyes on this. Maybe this momentum shift going into the half. Swap is exactly what they need. Wow. It's been a while since I've seen a spam kill through HUT, you know. Solid find.
Poor XSCs.
Gravity, though. Little crisp. He's got all 5. But he does have everything. All right, never mind. He's dead. Never mind. He's dead. 6 to 6.
Stop fighting for skins in the game. Visit Hellcase.
The only difference being is that the poor side of that we saw from Liquid was the T side.
We're about to find out. Keeping it simple here as they break the door, moving straight in. Flash and a smoke, but the spam away here from Lucky finds one. XSC's also chiming in. They've not managed to get those players down. They've not managed to get the bomb down either. So it has completely fallen flat. Body, meanwhile, takes this opportunity to push up the ramp. Shuhei has to delete him. The Julie's still alive, not quite finding those headshots. Naf also can't get it. So Body is keeping control. Elige on his own solo adventure here. Point and click, hopefully, if he plays his... He plays his cards right. Yeah, he did. That's why it took a moment.
See him look to the sky.
That's why it took a moment to just be like, for goodness sake. Yeah, like, you've made your own bet on that one, mate. But we all knew what was going to happen after that.
I'd love to see just that reaction from Elige again. It's just like, oh my god. It's like such a small mistake, but it's so costly. It's a bit of a weird spot. It's sort of like, for 3D Max, you're forced now to shell up, and it could work in favor of Lucky. The spam is close.
Oh, Nerds wants it. It's actually Shuhei that finds it. Important kill. Nerds is going to go unspotted. Yeah, and he gets another. It's worked out very, very nicely there. Shuhei moves on high. XSC's in for the double. They were not expecting him at all, right? They've taken out 2 players in Hell. It's like, surely there's nobody else around. Definitely can't be a guy up the ladder already. But XSC's sells his teammates down the river, potentially, and it pays off. Oh, man. The catches onto Team Liquid here are just disastrous. It's going to be ultimate in the clutch. He's not expecting. Lucky in the hook. And Liquid, 5-on-3, slips through their fingers.
I think that round, you have to give all the credit to XSC's. Those 2 kills in quick succession.
He's got a very cheeky smile. I love when XSC's gets a moment. He's got a very, like, can't believe I did that kind of smile.
Exactly. Good outside presence really quickly here. And Tech9, they're just holding W, and they're going to get a lot of space.
It's true. The door, awkwardly, only one side of it blown up, but they make it work. It looks decent. Oh, can't stop the cross. Maka doesn't drop the bomb either. Flash is going to go in. He's trying desperately here to make something happen. Where's the cover? He just gets the plant in, luckily, but all the same, a kill that potentially shouldn't have happened. They do have the kit 1 available in the hands of Lucky, but he's not really near the bomb, so Maka going to tap and try and draw them out. Not quite going to work here. Molotov comes in. Naf, got to get a step on. He's in behind. Unfortunately, the kit on the bomb, and there's nobody around to stop it. Oh, Liquid, it just keeps getting worse and worse here. Some of these mistakes are really egregious. Yeah. 3D Max hit double digits. We'll see if Liquid have got anything left in the tank. The timeout comes in. A lot of utility here from both sides as you look at your mini-map. It's an absolute mess. There's probably more smoke. There is free space. Maka, however, does not care. He finds the free space. He hits the shots. And he takes the dream of winning in 2 away from Liquid, surely. Break onto the smoke. I don't know that they necessarily looked in there, but Maka, dynamic here, has moved in. Trigger discipline. He's a little slow to react, but it works out well. They'll keep him coming. Body nearly finds it flawlessly. Not quite. The IGL of Liquid here to try and pull off the impossible. Doesn't look too bad from him thus far, but there's just so many to get through. Not going to happen. 3D Max. Hit number 11. This is just getting worse and worse, like I say. Team Liquid, unfortunately.
It's the fact that they can barely get to bomb plants in gun rounds. They can barely get control of a site. That's the thing that's killing this Liquid side. And, well, Shuhei. First 2 fall. Not what you want to see.
Ultimate, though, has managed to get in. Maka with another great position here, so really solid few rounds on this AWP from him. He feels like he's everywhere, you know? There's nowhere that is safe. 3 remain for Liquid. Last chance Saloon. Body is down below, ready for this B hit. Gonna take the peek, well timed. It's just so easy. It's just so easy, man. Running rings around them at the moment. And now we have Inferno on the cards next, unless there's
Spoke about it.
heroic comeback. I don't think it's going to happen for Liquid here on Nuke. Really scary prospect.
All on the shoulders of Naf and Nerds. I'm not going to discount them just yet, but Naf's on a very, very slow map. 5 and 9. If ever there was a time for him to find that extra edge that we've been missing, it would be now, but it's not going to be. Body in down below, making life difficult. Time is ticking. He holds down mouse 1, and that'll be at the cost of his life. So Nerds thrust into a 1 versus 2, but Maka's so nearby. That supporting element as Nerds will fall 12 to 6, and
just a bit of confidence moving into map number 3, I suppose. As I mentioned in the previous, it's a scary prospect to look at what is next up on the docket. And now the sort of risk that you've taken, the money where your mouth is moment, is going to come into play, and maybe a little prematurely, he says. They've made some kills happen here. Maka. Oh, the vent, he's so blind. But maybe the no-scope is enough. Maybe the no-scope is enough. How is Body not traded out here? Naf will get it. Body does not read him, does not see him. Oh, and Liquid will survive it. It is the classic. Once 3D Max hit 12, they let a round slip, but it was very, very close. Player posted down below. Gravity, meanwhile, pushing outside, and he might just get the catch. The timing is not bad here. They give it a halfway check, but he's on the way. There's no one posted up watching this. Oh, he does eventually get both. He's dropped that bomb as well. Nearly taken down by the AWP there, you feel, but enough has surely been done. Lucky finding another, and this begins the end. Elige alone by himself does get the double spray down here, but Gravity makes quick work of him. 3D Max with the 13-7 are going to take us to a third. So well played, and Liquid never get going on that T side.
Bountiful maps, and we're seeing whether this one can follow suit as well. It's Team Liquid who start on that T side, 3D Max on the CT side. And we're waiting to see maybe whether we get a little bit more out of Liquid.
Indeed. Oh, man, okay. Listen, this is how it starts. The double nade. They got 4 on B. 3D Max back with a vengeance here into map number 3, and really looking good. A great start. Glock picked up by Body here. You know, they're just...
I love it. Close range.
Moving into those instincts again, and I think it's something that they were perhaps missing on that first map. So we'll see here. Team Liquid. Gotta be careful. Can't lose another name. Body up close on the Glock mode. Not going to be expected. It's the perfect weapon for it. He will eventually go down. Lucky has to drop back. But again, there's another player ready and waiting for this attack. And rotations are going to take a while. They're slow to move, it feels like. But all the same, 3D Max, it looks good.
Don't need to peek from Nubox. Maka This angle's so strong because of the crossfire. Oh, what a shot by Maka. Clips him out of the sky. It's duck hunting, and he is finding all the shots. Maka does so well there. They were starting to really crunch on that positioning towards Nubox.
At this tournament, let's even just look at it through that kind of microscope. So you would assume that Liquid have got a set strat look. Gravity loses his head with an overstep, and certainly some lackadaisical moves there from 3D Max on the B-bomb site. I think that might just be a save, even though it is a bonus. But yeah, you got a guy just sort of jumping, popping while there's no smoke down. The other guy's out in the open. Overconfident, maybe even a little arrogant from 3D Max.
It really is a beautiful double entry, especially that kind of opening kill. Shoehaze is very important to guarantee the side, but it's Nerds, right? That first kill is everything. He had to hit a really hard shot to give them a bit of space to kind of scale up forward in towards the site, and he does. And Nerds on the lurk, going to find one of his own as well. Exorcist going to try and make it a bit expensive, which at the very least he is. And like you were saying, it's a bonus round, so it's not the end of the world losing this, but I think the main thing for Liquid, don't drop any more bodies now. Make sure that 3 stay alive.
So we shall see here. Liquid. Really well done. I think the start of the maps have been very, very streaky from both teams. So the fact that they're able to make themselves known early. Ecstasy, speaking of beautiful aggression, man advantage, and exactly what 3D Max do, right? They will get in your face after a loss around the shot. Somehow misses from Maka.
But yeah, I love his CT size. He's so fun to watch. When he really gets going as well, he goes on a bit of a heater, he backs himself so much. I mean, we even saw it then, right? He's so confident to stay on the corner, take the fight. Gets very unfortunate that it doesn't work, but we'll see. They're now going back to B. An opener as well as Nerds again sent into the fray. Nice adaptation there from Gravity, just making life a little difficult on the cross. Numbers favor 3D Max on the retake, and they are quick on the flank.
Bomb plant being punched in, but they are crunched very quickly here, as you mentioned. Ooh, slim window to get through there. Ultimate's in a weird spot here. He manages to find one. He's not ready for the second. And they make quick work of it. Liquid caught out in the open. Does seem like there's a real lack of discipline in this game thus far. It's been a...
Open play for Ultimate. On the T side, a double AK, and then a double Tech 9. So it's a disjointed investment, but a full buy nonetheless for Liquid. I was sort of assuming they go half buy here, full buy next with the AWP, but they're going to go full buy here, which is so risky. And Nerds gets a taste of his own medicine. He's had 2 entries back-to-back towards B. This time, he's the first to fall.
Quickly moving up A, though. I mean, it's a decent position. Unfortunately, just running into the AWP is the last thing that you wanted. Ecstasy with a crisp find above the cart, although it's more of a van these days. 2 on 5, probably just going to save the strong weaponry here.
Yeah, I think so.
But to your point at the buy, I think it is just a case of evening up the econ across the board.
Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, you're super valid.
Especially like earlier on in a game, you just don't want that in your head.
I just always assume in a spot like that, right, you go here or AK, a little bit of a half fire around it, leave enough cash for the AWP in towards the following round. But yeah, I think you're right. It's just about resetting it. The only issue is, look how expensive this round is now becoming. It's a great shot from Elige, but an immediate trade, and the AWP will get recovered too. So a tough spot now, if you're being completely honest, for Liquid. Each and every round, and we're not even there yet. So 3D Max, they are looking really good at the moment on this CT side. It doesn't look like it's that big of a lead, but it feels like it in terms of momentum. But Nerds, nice opener.
Big find. They have to be able to do something with it, however, and very, very loose rotations here. And by loose, I mean quick. The flashes are good. Oh, noise being made. Shuhei was already in. Gravity has to reveal himself for that trade as well. And they get ahead of themselves. It worked nicely for Gravity in the previous round. Everybody wants a piece of the CT smoke push. Doesn't work here. Liquid a bit more prepared for it after being punished so heavily in the previous round, actually.
Yeah.
Elige. Barreling in. Oh, the nade is massive over here. Body trying to do something with it. He's just spraying wildly. Gets one, he's traded. They're not able to help him out very much. So I think they'll kind of take that. Liquid, gain the banana control, but look how low they are, right? This could certainly come into play later on in the round. It seems to be a slow encroachment towards the B-bomb site. Just getting more and more playing room here. Maka trained in. Oh, not quick enough. He survives. Meanwhile, utility coming round. A swing from Gravity. Dry again. It's got to be frustrating for Team Liquid to be on the back of, as these swings are just nonsensical at times, but they managed to get away with them.
It's kind of weird. You can see Gravity sort of and ahhing about how to play that, because the molly comes down, but he stays open. I like it. It's a nice shot from Ultimate, and look at the scale now in towards A. Because they left the player lurking over here, Leisha's got a lot of space, information, and room to work with. If he gets a shot, this round swings so heavily in favor of Team Liquid now. I think 3D Max have got to save, and it looks like they are.
Nerds up on the boost hit. They're thinking about it. That's one flash. Is there another to come off the back of it? Maybe. Maybe. Molotov. Oh, the swing. Shuhei is ahead of it. The preemptive strike, perhaps. Looking for a little bit more as well. Maka, meanwhile, catching Naf on the lurk this time around. Oh, man. Wacky moment here. Lucky moves through. The flash is good to create some space for him. Damage is big on these remaining Liquid players as well, so does not feel likely here, Neo.
Really don't know what Shuhei was doing there. That's on his own.
There's a bit of that.
It's a wild move. And do you know what? There's been questions about that, actually, for a while now for Liquid. It feels like, I don't want to call it like overconfidence for Shuhei, but he takes a lot of fights that they really, I'm left kind of question marking a little bit, and that's sort of one of them. It's such a strange move to do on your own. No util, no support, no numbers in that fight. And it just gives up what felt like is a decent opportunity for Liquid. It's a nice shot from Nerds, I'll give him that, but it's a pure contact play by 3D Max. They're reacting, so they don't even really care about giving up one. Really nice response coming through.
CS2, no one on the other side to capitalize, but some small ticks done here. Maka.
He knows.
Timing so important. We'll find the angle, we'll find the shot. Info picked up, gonna get another as well. Oh, imagine. Doesn't quite land it, but all the same, he's done so much for this round, looking to do a little bit more. Was he on the screen? He was round the corner, surely. Shuhei is slamming his desk. Ultimate, meanwhile, gets the first for Liquid, and all of a sudden, the 5-on-2 may well create a bomb plant, but I think the round itself is out of the question here.
It's just a clinic, isn't it, really, from Maka. He's just toying as well, poking that barrel around. He knows. He also just doesn't need to fight here. There's no need at all. Look at him. He's playing with his food as he keeps showing the barrel around the corner. It's so annoying to deal with. It's like a cat with a feather on a string, right? You can't take your eyes off it. Distracted all the way to the end. It's not this sort of audacious approach that some people do get when they start getting out of a bit of a heater. 3 kills, you want to fight, you want to go for the ace.
Whoa. Oh. Maka again. Oh, it's the dink on the 5-7, just out of the range. Just out of the range for that instant headshot. This is not looking too good. A creeped angle as well for Ultimate that he might be able to get away with. Body is slowly. No. Oh my God, he does get the kill.
How's he got out?
Oh my goodness. And yeah, there was a nade in hand for Lucky, which is a bit awkward. Meanwhile, Gravity's having his own game over here. Slowly walking up. No info for him to really work with. The nade to finish off Lucky as well. Gravity reveals his location, so surely they're able to take him. Elige, confident, and rightly so. So Liquid will find that final round. It's the small buffer. And I do agree it is going to be a wild ride. This has also been a wild ride, and it's not quite over just yet. Don't know if we want to get off just yet either. Naf up close on those Julies. Oh. Gravity, though, is the one to watch. The P250 gets involved. Bomb plant coming in. You maybe look at this and it's like, you might as well just keep the head armor, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's like there's not much of a chance to break in. So really big deal for 3D Max. Not only did they get it, they
do this a lot. And they'll do this a lot towards their gun rounds as well. But it's a really good pistol. It's a really nicely worked one. I don't think Nerds realizes his shoulders peering around the corner. Body, surely you swing for the fight. He'll die, but Ecstasy still trade. So you're happy with that. Dooley's picked up. He did have a P250, but he opts for the Doolies anyway.
And 3D Max have just got the absolute run of the roost here. Oh, Nerds, that is unlucky. The break just spreads to his smoke. I like the idea. It doesn't quite work. Famas going to get involved. Flash is strong. Onto the AK now as well for Shuhei. So suddenly there is a way back into this round. He's doing a T-execute while they're taking the site, apparently. But all the same, this is a very, very strange one to deal with once again. There's no kit available. There is just this one recovered Molotov in towards Nubox. Perfect. MP9 gets it done at range. We might be on. Gravity trying to be the hero here as he takes a forward stance. Meanwhile, Lucky's on high. Gravity keeps him coming and Lucky finds his. Oh, and it's just the pace of it all. The aggression, the intensity of it all is so damn good from 3D Max.
And look at this by XSCs. He's gone loud about it. And in a way, he's now this decoy. He's this sort of warning system that they have to be really worried about on this flank. Shuhei, he's going to be clear. What a swing by Body. And Maka will find his own. That's the B site open. And they can now leave XSCs to catch all the rotates. Liquid, you have to save. You cannot give this one a look in. And they already know it as they stay ingrained towards the A site. That move by XSCs is genius. He purposefully goes super loud about it to draw attention away and change the setup. And potentially the last hurrah here, especially financially speaking. The full buy-in, they've got a bit of residual cash, but you lose this, you're in a lot of trouble. It's map and series point for 3D Max. Oh my.
Keeps them coming. I like the nade idea. I didn't think he was really going to pan out into anything, but Body has smashed them. Still have Shuhei here. He gets smoked off. He's just trying to buy a bit of space. He only had 8 bullets to his name, though, so he can't really slow them down all that much. The flash going to come in. They're so expectant of it, though.
Yeah.
They were egging it on.
Yeah.
They weren't rushing the bomb plant. They were ready for that move, and it's Liquid to save once again.
They were so ready for it. They're 2 players playing anti-flash. The water player and one of the banana guys. So really, really well done. They know every page of this Liquid strat book at the moment, and none of it phases them. Doesn't matter what Liquid are throwing at them, nothing's sticking.
It's that moment in the Matrix where Neo figures it out.
Did I?
Yeah, you were in that.
Yeah, I was, yeah. Named
But,
after
you know,
it,
where
as I've been told 1,000 times in my life.
Yeah, of course. It all just slows down, you know, and he figures it out. I think that's kind of how 3D Max are playing.
Yeah.
See, because I say Neo, which is what?
Which is correct.
Right.
Yeah. For
But
those
written
who...
down.
Yeah. The average person will see Neo and they will call me Neo. And I don't correct them because I don't really care, to be honest. But my mom will say it's Neo. It's not Neo. But...
Yeah.
And Liquid, what can they do now? Is there anything left in the locker? Can they find a second win to recover? We'll have to wait and see. A missed shot by Ultimate. But Body this time not as clinical on the entries. He was great last round. Ultimate, you've got to hit that shot. A miss and a swing. A find from Gravity. And in the flames, Shuhei forced back. This could be all crumbling at the seams right here, right now. 3 versus 3, and there's no surprises that 3D Max go back towards B. They've had so much success here, Scrib, that why not do it again?
Oh, the break on the smoke. I mean, he might have been better off just sort of spraying through. There was a flash in there that maybe scares them off as well. A quick boost up here, but Elige gets nervous, misses his opportunity. There is one found in that smoke to give the numbers advantage across the Team Liquid, but they have to do something with this. Absolutely need to win this.
Oh.
Nice find from Naf. It's all going to be on Exorcist. There's a couple low HP members. He keeps his cool for 2 behind the pillar, looking strong, but Naf will drop him, and Liquid survive just about.
You could see it. You could feel that clutch there. He had the right idea. He'd worked it all out. He just needed that crosshair to be rightly placed, but he couldn't quite find it. It's just the fact that for 3D Max, they're just not going to be phased at all. They're in such a comfortable spot that their confidence is not going to get knocked in any way.
Really solid nade there onto Lucky to kick things off. Oh, forcing something at mid, but it doesn't work. Trade of damage, but Liquid with the lead here.
I think especially in terms of giving them space to work with. But Body, he's been the main one who's been quite relentless, at least in towards B, but it's Gravity and Lucky who both drop as Shuhei lines them up. Been a bit of a slow map from him, but now's the time. But he goes ahead of the flash. So Body was blinded, but it was after he'd already got the kill.
Maka contacting, spots a barrel. The 1 kill is not going to be enough. Body, meanwhile, can he get anything done? The answer is no. Elige with A vertical change makes it happen.
Because of the early presence, I just don't think it's worthwhile trying to chance your way through that. They're going to try and pop in towards top mid, and in all fairness, they've got good control. They're broken open the smoke. Ecstasy spotting towards Boiler. It is keeping attention drawn here, and Elise, you are so fortunate to get out of there alive.
Oh,
I say that.
Yeah, you spoke a bit too, only a little bit too soon.
Oh, Nerds. I don't like that move. He was the B anchor. He was the last remaining pillar. Shuei's going to rotate over, but he's walking straight in towards the pack. This could be curtains here in the map and the series. 2 remainers, Ultimate and Naf. I've got a retake at a man disadvantage. This is a brutal position for them. I think this one's done here. 3D Max, they go back to basics. A late move towards that B site, and Liquid just couldn't respond in time. Nerds caught in the open. Ultimate caught by Lucky, and it's all on the shoulders of Nafly. A 1 versus 4 to bail them out here and to deny 3D Max going to the finals, but he can't. The quick trade and the find is 3D Max, who booked their spot in towards the grand final.
They do indeed, Neo. We thought 3D Max had an edge going into this third and final map of Inferno, but turns out that slight edge was a massive blade cutting Team Liquid in half.